with more of us exploring the great outdoors, heading to sports events, and even looking to book an epic African safari, making the most of those moments is key, and binoculars are the tool to do just that, getting you closer to the action. And according to Statista, annual worldwide binocular sales are now worth £1 billion and are predicted to grow further. There's clearly a demand for them.
I've got a premium pair and a budget pair, and I'm on the lookout for which offers best value.
Our premium option, which comes with a carrying case, is from Celestron, an American company that's been an industry leader for decades. This model has 10 times magnification and costs £129.99.
They weigh a rather portable 629 grams, and they claim to be waterproof, so you don't have to worry about being caught out in the great British weather.
Our budget offering also has 10 times magnification and comes from Amazon-owned Iono. At £35.99, it costs less than a third of the price, so it has to be worth a look.
Like the premium option, they come with a carrying case, and they weigh only slightly more at 635 grams. Plus, they have these anti-slip grips, which should make them easy to hold.
To help me with my first test, I've invited top wildlife photographer and camera operator Esther Duroy to the West Midlands Safari Park.
Esther, wonderful to meet you.
Hi.
She's travelled the world working on TV programmes like Frozen Planet and Japan's Enchanted Islands, and frequently uses binoculars to spot animals while filming.
I've got a couple of pairs here that are at different price points. I'd be interested to see what your views are on them.
We'll see how our binoculars perform in the hands of a professional like Esther and an amateur like me. We're starting by spotting the park's larger animals using the premium Celestrons.
They look quite premium. I like the colour. The eye cups are quite nice, easy to manoeuvre, easy to use.
Yes.
Eye cups are simply shades that prevent unwanted light from entering the eyepieces. Non-glasses wearers twist them out to improve the viewing experience.
Maybe I wish the eye cups came out a little bit more. Let's see what they fit like glasses.
Glasses wearers twist them in to reduce the distance between their eyes and the eyepieces.
Actually, I would say they're possibly more comfortable with glasses. They're very good with glasses.
Excellent. Well, what do you think of the sort of colours and the sharpness?
Good image clarity. Very impressed with the glass on it. It's very nice. The sharpness is great.
Yes, I can read all the number plates. It's brilliant.
They're comfortable to use in your hand. You know, I could quite happily hold them up for half an hour.
Yes.
It wouldn't bother me. They're not too heavy. They're easy to focus. So, yeah.
So, a good start for the premium Celestrons. But how will the budget Ionos compare?
They feel a little bit cheaper. It feels a little bit more plasticky, but I like the grips on the sides.
Yes.
That's quite comfortable to hold. The eye cups feel a little bit stiffer, and I find that I actually have to squeeze them quite closely together to get them lined up for my eye. But they sit fairly comfortably on your face still.
Yes.
The focus style is a little bit smaller and stiffer, I'd say.
No, it's not quite as satisfying a tactile experience.
No.
Is it?
Let's try it with my glasses. Push them back in. I feel like there's a little bit more image distortion than there was when I had my glasses on with the Celestrons.
What, your verticals aren't quite vertical, is it?
Exactly, especially at the edges of the image. It feels like I'm kind of only using half of my eye as opposed to my whole eye.
Oh. Yet I'm still able to read the number plates as the cars come over the hill.
The sharpness is great.
What about the colours? Is everything coming through the right colour?
Yeah, I think it's great. It looks very vivid. It looks true to life.
Yes, there's no sort of unacceptable tinting or
No.
anything? No.
It's very good. I'm very impressed.
So, the premium Celestrons beat the budget Ionos on comfort and image quality when spotting large subjects. But what about when the subject is less obliging?
Haven't seen one so far.
Not yet.
No.
Ring-tailed lemurs are notoriously elusive and love hiding in the trees. So this is a good way to test our binoculars in more shaded conditions.
Did you know that you can only find lemurs on Madagascar?
I mean, apart from West Midlands.
Well, apart from the West Midlands, yeah. Oh, is the star or anything up there?
Suddenly, our chit-chat is interrupted by movement in the trees, and we both reach for the premium Celestrons.
It's quite overcast at the moment, and they're in the shade in a dark tree. But I feel like I can get detail in the shadows.
Yes.
You can see their eyes, and you can see the detail in their paws.
The pricier Celestrons have what's called a phase-coated prism. which optimises colour and contrast in backlit or shaded subjects.
We'll try it with the other ones.
Yeah, so let's use the Ionos.
It does look a little bit dark.
It just doesn't look quite overcast to the binoculars. Not a lot in it, though.
Not a huge amount, but I would probably choose to get more light, because that might be the difference between spotting something and not spotting something.
And between getting your shot and not getting your shot.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the premium Celestrons have impressed Esther more than the budget Ionos when spotting large animals in bright light and smaller ones in shady conditions.
So now we come to answering that very difficult question, which of the two offers best value for money? What do you think?
I think it depends on what you use them for. I think I personally prefer the Celestrons, but if you look at pure value for money, how much they cost and what they can do, I probably think the Ionos do a really good job. I don't think you're losing out much by going for the Ionos over the Celestron.
So I think the Ionos are the best value for money.
Yeah.
I'd agree with you on that, even though the Celestrons are actually a bit better in a few respects.
Yeah.
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 There we have it. The Ionos are best value when it comes to wildlife spotting. But it isn't over yet. We want an all-round pair, so later on I'll be putting these binoculars through their paces at night time with a different binocular lover. Earlier, wildlife photographer Esther de Roy and I discovered that the £35 Ionos offered better value for money than the £130 Celestrons when spotting animals at different distances and in varying light conditions.
It looks very vivid. It looks true to life. I'm very impressed.
But how will they perform in my second test?
I'm still in the great outdoors, but as you can spot, the sun has set and darkness has descended. And I want to discover whether these binoculars can help me unlock the delights of the night sky.
And to assist, I'm joined by Janelle Wilson. She's the UK's official solar system ambassador for NASA.
Great to meet you, Ambassador. I love your job title. What exactly does your role entail?
So as a NASA Solar System Ambassador, I help to teach people about the solar system, explain to them everything that's going on with NASA, and then help people just fall in love with the solar system around us and what we can see.
Ah, right. And do you use binoculars in this?
Absolutely. Binoculars are a great way to look at the night sky because they're so easy to carry, and it's a lot easier to get them out than it is a telescope.
What do you think we should look for tonight?
Well, one of the best places to start is the moon, because it's easy to find, and we can see the craters of the moon and some of the other surface features really easily with binoculars.
First up, we're both using the premium Celestrons.
Are these the sort of ideal size of binoculars, these 1042s for looking at the moon?
They're a really good size for looking at the moon because they're not too big, so you can still see a lot of features using these. If I wanted to see more astronomical objects, a large pair like 15 by 70s is a great option, but they're really big and really heavy, and you would absolutely need a tripod at that point.
Right.
The first thing I want you to look out for is that line between the dark side of the moon and the light side of the moon. That's called the terminator, and that is really just the line between nighttime and daytime. On that terminator, have a look at the craters that you can see. You can often pick up a lot more detail than you would when the moon is full.
Yes, I've certainly seen pick up plenty of detail, much more than I expected, actually.
Yeah, it's really good. These are really clear. I'm not seeing any type of color that I shouldn't be seeing, and the shadow lines are really clear in the colors that I can see, the different colors of the gray and the craters. It looks really, really good.
Yes, and you can hold it still enough to really make out lots of detail.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Definitely a good image.
Janelle and I are over the moon with the Celestrons. But how will the budget Ionos perform?
They feel pretty lightweight, but putting the eye pieces together, since I have quite a small face, it's not quite as good as the other pair. That might be an issue with small children.
I find you need to be more accurate in your positioning of the binoculars in relation to your eyes somehow with the cheaper pair.
Yes, there's a bit more shadowing with the eyepiece, isn't there?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good image. It's still contrasty. It's still detailed. I don't think it's quite as good. For some reason, it's hard for me to figure out why.
Slight difference in the quality of the image. These ones are just not quite as good.
So the premium Celestrons are slightly better for night viewing, but at well over 3 times the price of the budget Ionos, which does Janelle think offers best value?
They're very similar, and I think if I had to choose one, the cost difference makes the Ionos a really good option.
I think we have to say the Ionos are the better value.
Absolutely, I agree. You can get 3 pairs for the price of 1 of the Celestrons, which means 1 for every member of the family instead of sharing.
Yes, actually, you could all be watching potentially simultaneously and comparing notes on what you're seeing, which would be great.
Yes.
So, for wildlife watching and moon gazing, the budget Iono binoculars offer best value for money.